Hello everyone! I hope you've enjoyed this musical introduction. I wanted to plunge you into the vibrant heart of Japan in the 80s. Indeed, this musical genre, called city pop, is a soundtrack of this era, when Japan was experiencing its miracle economic boom. Before taking a closer look at this genre and what it encapsulated, let's briefly summarize Japan's situation at this time.
The grand climax of 3.5 years of grueling fighting is reached as members of America's historic 7th Regiment of the 1st Cavalry Division enter Tokyo.
After World War II, Japan is on its knees, defeated and partially destroyed. US occupies the country and decide to drag Japan in its wave. In a context of Cold War, one of their main goals is to root democracy there. US not only give them economic support, but also bring cultural elements in Japan. Their movies, their sports, but also their music. Jazz become more and more popular, appreciated as the sound of democracy. Taking advantage of this Western support, Japan gets back on its feet and even begins to represent a threat for the US, which is facing deindustrialization. The situation is reversing. Japan's firms are even saving jobs in the US. It is a heyday of Japan. This booming economy and this exposure to the Western culture deeply transforms Japan's society. Cities are growing exponentially, becoming gigantic metropolises. They are more and more bursting with a vibrant nightlife. People are getting richer, experiencing more leisure time. But alongside this fervor, a kind of urban melancholia grips young people. It is this very special atmosphere that is encapsulated in city pop. Its ability to express the ambivalent feelings of the urban youth makes this genre the soundtrack of their generation. The rhythms sounds very Western, blending pop, funk, and disco. It conveys their enthusiasm of living in those very cosmopolitan cities, and it makes the songs very heady. Even though they are steeped in Western influences, they are not just mere imitations. On the contrary, there is a traditional Japanese lyricism and sensibility at their heart. It makes city pop a very unique genre, at the crossroads of East and West. In fact, most of the songs are both in Japanese and English, symbolizing a bridge between the two cultures. Therefore, city pop shows that Japan perfectly embraced modernization and globalization. Another key element to understand city pop is how tied this genre is with technological innovations. It is a time when Walkman is created by Japan, making music more accessible than ever before. It is also the time when cars, massively produced in Japan, began to be fitted with cassette decks and stereos. And to me, city pop sounds like it was made to be listened to while, driving the streets of Tokyo at night, in my opinion. Finally, the futuristic soundscapes with synthesizers and electric pianos, reflects their faith in technology. However, city pop fell off the charts as soon as Japan's economic bubble collapsed. Its success was confined to Japan, but city pop still influences artists from all around the world today. A relevant example is Daft Punk, a group which is using a lot of robotic voices. But above all, the real victory of city pop is the way it helped Japan to create its own pop culture identity, incorporating Western elements while keeping its national soul.